Fireside Chat with Josef Holm and Dr. Marwan Alzarouni.
Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Yay! I have the honor to be here today with the probably best known person in Dubai when it comes to blockchain and Bitcoin, Dr. Marwan Alzarouni. He's the CEO of the Blockchain Center and many other things. I'll give him an opportunity to introduce himself in a minute. Briefly about myself, my name is Josef Holm. I'm the founding partner of Draper, Goren Holm. We are a California-based early-stage blockchain and Web3 venture studio and fund with my partners along Goren and Tim Draper. I've been living in Dubai for the last 2 years, leading our efforts to expand operations here. And that's sort of going to be the topic of this short 20-minute fireside chat today. For those of you who don't live in Dubai yet, who are considering moving here and setting up your company, it's a fantastic place to live. I can attest to that. My wife and my kids, they all love it here. It's a wonderful place. And with that, I want to hand it over to you. Thanks for joining me today. Just introduce yourself to the people here who may not know you yet and talk about what you do.
All right. My name is Dr. Marwan Alzarouni. I'm the CEO of the Dubai Blockchain Center, as well as an advisor for Digital Dubai and digital transformation. I have a lot of companies as well and a fund as well in cryptocurrency, and I've been a very early investor since 2012 in Bitcoin, and also in the ICO age. I invested in tens of projects that I believe that had utility, and all of them, I'm proud to say, that are still in the green. So I literally made money and still making money on each one of them. And I continue to invest in this space, and I love early stage projects. The main thing for me is delivering value. Anything that I think delivers value is important. My main role or my mission here and my hobby and my passion is around blockchain technology itself and how it's transformative. My goal for creating the Dubai Blockchain Center was number one, education, and number two is ecosystem creation. And just look around here in Dubai, you'll see that we have a really good ecosystem, not only of people and skills and mindsets that are working from Dubai, but people who actually come and visit Dubai and bring their ideas to Dubai and use Dubai as a launching pad for their projects. It's an amazing melting pot for nationalities, for different kind of thought leaders in different kind of aspects. It's the best melting pot if you wanted to meet a guy who does nuclear science or does biology or medicine or blockchain or nanotechnology science or manufacturing. Whatever you think about, you will find almost 100%. You will find a guy who's an expert, and everybody here is very well networked as well. So I'll give you a problem. For example, today I found a guy who had forgot his phone and one of those like ride-sharing apps. I knew one of the guys that work there, connected them, and that's it. The rest is history. It's extremely important to network, and that's why I think you should use your time here in Dubai to do that as well.
So one of the things that really sets Dubai apart from my perspective, I've lived in California for almost 10 years. I was born and raised in Austria. I had the opportunity to travel and live across the world. This place has it all, really. When it comes to blockchain, you have a friendly regulatory environment. You have a government that understands that digital assets, digital ledger technologies, blockchain, Web3, AI is here to stay. And they're very forward-thinking when it comes to treating these things, with a great focus on data and facts. And I really appreciate that because there aren't any ideological problems, like you have in other countries or in the United States, where you have a severe lack of regulation, where Web3 startups, DeFi startups often operate in a legal gray area, and you're essentially playing Russian roulette with the SEC. Dubai has recently released the VARA regulations. That's the Virtual Asset Regulator Authority. Can you talk about that a little more and how that really helps set Dubai apart and make it a perfect place for Web3 and blockchain startups to set up shop?
100%. So Vara was not created in a day and overnight or anything like that. So it was a long journey actually for Dubai. So we experiment with a lot of laws when it comes to regulating blockchain, and we did a really rapid kind of feedback loop with all the licensing and all the businesses that we actually undertook here in Dubai when it comes to digital assets as well as cryptocurrencies in general, including tokenization. Again, the end of the day, we are really good in listening to the industry. We are really good in quick adoption. We are really quick in moving and expecting where the puck is going to be before the puck is there. But not only that, we rely on the industry to come and talk to us. And the leadership always sets the vision way ahead and much more aggressive than anybody else in the world. But we handhold everybody through their journey. We literally have concierge services to help companies. We have really good engagement with the industry. We are in all the events. We are on looking and working with top regulators from around the world to see what they're doing differently. We are not bound to a certain box. We always look outside, and we always look to and adjust ourselves and orient, decide, react very quickly. And that's what I think is the secret formula. And the leadership is a huge part of that. Leadership that understands the tech is extremely important anywhere in the world.
Yeah, speaking of vision, there is this new program or this new target that the government has set called D33, which, if I remember correctly, sets out to double the economy to $8 or $9 trillion in the next 10 years, with a very big focus on digital transformation, Web3, blockchain, and AI. That's a very ambitious goal. I love the ambitious goals that Dubai has set for itself. I mean, they've been, frankly, they've been looked at from the outside a little bit funny, many things they did in the past. But, at this point, success has proven them right more often than wrong. So, people now listen. And when you hear big numbers like this, especially in a nascent industry and, at such a large scale, what is D33? What does it set out to do for the country? Can you talk a little more about that?
Yeah, sure. So D33 was an initiative set up by the Dubai government and launched by His Highness to create 100 different initiatives to double the GDP of Dubai, and also to make the digital economy more than the existing fintech and existing banking-based economy. So imagine that as a goal. Imagine the size of crypto and blockchain and digital assets right now and how it compares to the banking sector. Imagine in Dubai, the crypto and blockchain and these kind of disruptors, the size of those being bigger than banking. This has to come with a momentum change when it comes to even the banks themselves, because they are being disrupted by this industry. So imagine 100 different initiatives creating at least 30 unicorns, 400 companies that we will scale up, actually from very small to world-class companies, and a lot of other initiatives creating 400 different new city bilateral agreements, creating a lot of doubling the GDP, like I mentioned before, doing a lot of initiatives around digital assets itself, and empowering those businesses to not only survive, but also thrive in Dubai. And it's not only limited to digital assets, it's to create also green manufacturing, to create industries that were not even thought of here, anywhere in the world. New types of industries, things like based on AI, things based on innovative new technologies like biotech and others.
Yeah, and to that point, that's also the reason why I'm here, and that's why Draper Goren Holm is setting up its new fund in Dubai, and why we're focusing very, very heavily on not just Emirati startups and startups from the region, but also bringing the best Web3 startups from around the world to Dubai, because the opportunities that are being created here for startups just make it very, very attractive. Just like to give a big, maybe we should do something else. Let's find out, let's poll the audience real quick. So by show of hands, how many of you guys are startup entrepreneurs already in the country? All right, very few. That's good. Who is visiting and considering coming here? Look, a lot more. Okay, that's good. So what are the main drivers that you see that bring startups here? I mean, it's a big change, right? I mean, I have to pack up my family and my kids and move here. It's a big step, right?
You did it, though.
And yeah, and I'm glad I did it. But just explain quickly the maybe 5 biggest reasons or so for that you see over and over again that make startups relocate here and set up shop.
I think the big word is opportunity. Over here, you have a chance. A lot of other places, they are closing down on this technology and this especially cryptocurrencies. Where over here, we're not only opening up, but also supporting and hand-holding and really making sure that you are successful. Access to financing, access to banking, access to talent, reskilling, upskilling is all available here. The only thing that holds you back is your own ambition. And if you look around, even here in this kind of setting, a lot of the people in this industry are much younger than the people that are in the fintech industry. Speaking, generalizing a little bit, but this is where the energy will come from. We will be here, the new rich, not the old rich, not the traditional rich. We want the guys that will be tech rich, not bank rich. This will be the area of the world where we encourage and foster this kind of talent. Young, enthusiastic talent will be the new rich. Make no mistake about it. The statistics are already showing it, and we in Dubai are betting very big on this. Actually, in this same initiative, D33, we are creating 60,000 jobs for Emiratis in this space, in the digital tech space. So that by itself is a very, very ambitious goal as well.
I think that's also one of the biggest challenges right now, right? Maybe the one thing that is holding unicorns back from being created here is the scalability of talent, right? But these initiatives bring in more talent from around the
100%.
world.
And the KPI is 30 unicorns out of Dubai.
I like it. Very ambitious again. I think, so this guy is kind of hard to get a hold of. We have 7 or 8 minutes left. If anyone in the audience would like to ask a question surrounding, moving here, setting up a startup, getting a meeting with him, I think now is a good opportunity. I don't know if we have a mic or not. Perfect. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to ask a question? Okay, over there. Over there. Putting you on the spot, sorry.
Thank you, Dr. Marwan Alzarouni. So we would like to move the company here. We're a company that removes the barrier from Web 2 to Web 3. So we would like to have a couple of minutes of your time when you're free. Thank you.
Sure.
Where are you guys moving from?
From Sweden, Stockholm.
From Sweden. Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're thinking. We haven't decided 100% yet.
Yeah.
But Sweden, Stockholm.
I started coming here on vacation during COVID, and then I came again and again, and then all of a sudden we found ourselves staying.
Are you from Sweden too?
My dad is from Sweden. My last name is Holm. So.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very
you love
cool.
it here. At least it's a bit warm with sunshine and everything. There's no like winter where it's completely dark, So you'll be happier, I guarantee it.
It does get a little toasty in July and August, okay?
Go
so
back
if
Sweden
you
that
can
time.
go back to Europe.
You don't have to stay here in the summer, but I think you'll love it. I have a lot of friends from Finland, Sweden, and Scandinavia in general. They have actually moved to Dubai, also from Denmark. So the whole Scandinavia, we have a lot in common actually. I don't know if you noticed that already. Culture-wise, with the UAE and Scandinavia, there's a lot of shared pastimes. There's a lot of shared, ethics and family values.
Hey, I'm Einar, head of Web3 at BitSwap. I actually came here from Denmark, so funny you mentioned that. So my question is, obviously Dubai is famous for building amazing places, for its tourism and stuff, and we also have the struggle of onboarding Web2 users into the Web3 space. So my question is, do you imagine that it would be possible to build kind of a crypto hub, like a city where any crypto startup could come in and tourists could come and see and they could get educated, like have this whole space centralized in a place. Yeah.
Yes, so we're building that. Don't want to give any teasers or something, but we announced I think 2-3 weeks ago that the Dubai Blockchain Center will now be Bitcoin and Blockchain Center. So we're building multiple places, and we'll have an events calendar as well that shows you where the events are happening. We're building a whole ecosystem. They're doing something as well I cannot also tease you about. So it's going to be a very collaborative ecosystem. We in Dubai, and this is what I told you in the beginning, we love to connect. Dubai's power is through connection, through all these missions. It doesn't have to be from the same industry. It doesn't have to be limited to digital assets as well. You will find an easy way to connect with people, easy way to find what's happening, an easy place to go to if you wanted to ask any questions. That's happening, and very soon. And we already have that as an ecosystem as the Dubai Blockchain Center, but we're expanding that to cryptocurrencies and focusing on things like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that bring value.
So we're working on an initiative with the government. You can check out web3city.ae. The website has a bit of information about what this is going to be, but essentially it's going to be a Web3 startup accelerator and hub with a co-working and co-living space with very, very easy on-ramp, get a business license and visa and all the things you just mentioned before, because you're plugged into the ecosystem right away. That will make it very easy for startups to move here. So check it out, web3city.ae.
Hi, Fawaz Halazoun. I'm a co-founder of a sports trading platform here out of Dubai. One of the biggest obstacles we have had operating here is not so much necessarily the regulatory, not so much the regulatory environment which is moving forward, but the ability to open a bank account. So it's very easy to set up a company. I mean, that's easy. And now that you've put the framework in place, that's fantastic. And I've approached it, seen it, and we haven't actually applied yet. And the only reason we haven't applied is because it's virtually impossible to open a bank account. And even when you have all the documentations in place, and this doesn't apply necessarily only for Web3, it applies for most startups. Banking and startups just doesn't work.
Yes, 100%. I agree with you.
And we are forced to operate in digital banking. Have to go to a digital bank in Switzerland or here or there. It's impossible. And that is probably the biggest obstacle we have.
100%. I agree with you 100%. And I discussed this yesterday as well with the various government departments. And we're actually putting a plan to do that very quickly. So community banking is one aspect. The other one is a new kind of totally different way to look at banking. I don't want to talk too much about it, but it's coming very soon, within this year. So within this year, you'll find a revolutionary kind of solution for the banking problem. It will be out of Dubai, and it will be based on community banking, but I don't want to give too much out.
I'll give you a hint. Hybrid. That's the only way to
100%,
go. There's no other way.
Yeah.
I think rumor also has it there is some federal regulations
Yes,
in the
100%.
pipeline that will make that a lot easier, because you're right.
Already
it's
right
one of the
now,
biggest problems.
already there's now something called �WIO Bank for startups. It's an app you can download right now. And a lot of the startups within the space actually got the bank account already through there. So I encourage you, WIO. This is what's there right now, but what's coming is even better and bigger.
Thank you.
Cool. We have about a minute left, so we could do another question if there is any interest. Otherwise, is there anything else you want to share with the audience? How they can reach you, where to best go to get more information?
My Twitter is Dr. Marwan, so short for Dr. Marwan. Instagram, all of them are the same.
Cool. I'm Josef Holm on Twitter. I'm more active on LinkedIn though, so you have better chances of reaching me there.
Same. Marwan Alzarouni on LinkedIn as well.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Likewise. Thanks.